Good afternoon, people. This is not going to be an upbeat, cheerful. This is me just talking to you. No, I'm not quitting. I'll never forsake my country. But I've been doing a lot of thinking. Today, I got an extremely large amount of people who say it's impossible for me to win. They'll sit on the sidelines and watch. If it looks like I'm going to win, then they're going to jump in. If it looks like a possibility, then they're going to be there. You know, I started thinking. I started getting very, very depressed. For here our nation, she calls to us. She is hurting. The political party system is destroying her very backbone, is eating away like a nasty cancer. And she knows unless it stops, she's going to die. Our Constitution is on the verge of losing a major war, its very existence. You say, well, I'm going to support the Republicans. No, they're not. They're part of the very system that has put us in a position we're in today. Thinking about this for quite some time now. I did my time in the military. I defended the Constitution. I felt like, yes, I've done my job as an American citizen. But now, our nation calls. And yes, the task seems almost impossible. But yet it's not. But as I stand right now, looking at what's going on around me, I could imagine how George Washington felt in Valley Forge as he walked around and seen his troops tattered and worn, lost battle after battle, been chased into Valley Forge, forced out of New York, forced from every place they went. They had a few victories like I did, like for 2008 I came in third. But both political parties have done everything to suppress the information that is out there. And the Federal Election Commission won't put it out because all my votes were discarded. I can imagine him looking at his troops with no boots, barely any uniforms. How thankful he must have been when he went to Congress and said, I need money for this and that. And they said, we don't have it. There's none to be had. How they must have pressured him to give up the revolution. The odds of him winning against the imperial empire military of the British were so astronomical. A task that was almost, as one would say, impossible. Our troops were in so badly need of food and clothing. A delegate from Maryland by the name of John Hanson sent his brother up with, I believe, 800 pounds sterling so that Washington could buy food and boots for the men at Valley Forge. Yes, the very John Hanson who became our very first president of the United States and whose mother was black and his father was white. The delegate from Maryland. Because he believed. Well, I'm sitting around and I'm looking at my campaign funds can't even pay for the bank charges for the campaign account. I laugh to think about that joker who said, oh, he's using all the money for himself. No, I've been putting my money in to maintain that account. It doesn't have thousands upon thousands of dollars. It has $37 right now. I got a couple contributions. Nobody else. They all look at me like the British looked at George Washington. I'm sorry, I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to forsake my country. Can't do that. She is hurting. And right now, the political parties got their feet over her throat and are trying to strangle the Constitution out of her. They're doing all they can, both the Republicans and the Democrats. If you don't believe me, look at the mess we're in right now. It's both political parties that have done it. They're like the British during the Revolutionary War, the established Parliament. And I stand here telling you I'm not going to give up. But today, I truly think I know how George Washington felt. And I can imagine the prayer that he said to God for the guidance and the help he would need to continue on. And I have a feeling I made the same prayer. I have a feeling it's very similar. But no, I'm not going to give up. And I'm not going to forsake my country. I'm not going to let our Constitution be torn apart and destroyed by political parties and their rhetoric. I will continue. And hopefully, there's other people out there like John Hanson that will go to my websites and contribute and give the funds that are needed. I have one friend here that's standing behind me that'll be 35 by November 2012. And she is going to go in and sign in as a vice president candidate for James D. Cravo, so that no one again will be able to do what they have done to me in 2008. She understands it's to prevent that from happening. And that, yes, when someone comes along who has enough belief to stand up for our nation, who has enough belief to stand beside our soldiers, stand beside our Constitution, and the spirit of George Washington and the men at Valley Forge. Because that's all I have left. But I will not give up. I won't. The Constitution is too important, and my nation, my country, is my life. So if you want to support me, check out what I am and what I'm about. And do support me. Don't sit on the barred sidelines and say, oh, JD, we agree with you. That's not good enough no more. You're going to have to get in the trenches. You're going to have to spread the word. You're going to have to start doing the fighting. You're going to have to start doing the supporting. I have a few of you out there that do that now. And everywhere they go and talk about me, they're getting stronger and stronger. Those of you who sit on the sidelines and say, oh, you say a lot of good things, but there is no buts. No, I don't have a doctorate degree. I don't even have a college diploma. Major reason is because most of the time I run into people who are I can't even explain it. Also, I don't like taking tests. I hate taking tests with a passion. I got to take my placement test, and I'm putting it off to the last minute tomorrow morning. But bottom line is, I can honestly know now. I can say, I know how George Washington felt walking along the path between the camp and Valley Forge, when nothing's there and all are saying it is impossible. But it's not. We shall win. We will win. I cannot give up. Thank you.